just read something and it was so true. Oh my gosh. Um Casting judgment on people, right? I speak about this all the time. Stop judging people, stop judging people. Um y'all know my story. And when y'all first heard my story, you guys thought I was some crack addicted prostitute. All type of crazy stuff. And people really crucified me for it. And I literally had, only God could have defended me. Only could have defended my name. There was nothing I was able to do. I couldn't prove it. Nothing was out of my hands, right? And I was dealing with a whole bunch of ridicule for like a year and a half, almost 2 years. Shit, probably even to this day, some people still didn't receive the memo, I guess, right? And a lot of times, having conversations with God, I was just like, I got you. Don't worry, I got you. And it was just like, well, when are you gonna vindicate my name? And it was just like, I got you. Don't worry about it, right? It's just like I'm following God, following God. And then it hit. Name got cleared. Truth came out. And I don't really think the truth is fully out yet. Like, I don't think y'all know everything. But y'all know a lot of things at this point now, right? And then it's just like, oh wow, she wasn't even like that. And all of a sudden, people's perception of me changed, right? Now it's like people smile instead of just staring or laughing at me. They actually look with almost, damn, I'm sorry that happened to you. And it was just like, I seen you a year ago and you looked at me, laughing at me, mocking me. Might would have changed. It literally got to the point of so much refinement and so much pain. It was just like, forgive people because they don't know what they do. They don't know the full story. If they knew the full story, they probably would be, treated you differently. And I couldn't hold a grudge, and it was just like, okay, fine, and I guess where a lot of defending came in, because I was defending something that it literally was just like, you don't even know everything and you're treating me like you do know everything and you don't know the whole picture yet. When it finally, came into perspective, a lot of people, the rhetoric changes, right? The jokes dwindle down. It's not like as heavy as it was. And if that's not a miracle in itself, if that is not a miracle in itself, I honestly don't know what is. So, I was reading a post guy had put up, and he was like, a wolf in sheep's clothing, right? And just because something you don't agree with, or it's not something relatable to you, because we all come from all walks of life, right? Doesn't mean that person is wrong or demonized, right? I think a lot of times we do this. He was talking about the church. He was just like, the first thing we'll say if someone, I have like a cursing problem. And some people will be like, she not a child of God. Okay, so who am I? Am I a damned one? Am I a demon? Am I going to hell then? I thought God loved everybody, maybe everyone except for me. Is that what you're saying? I don't understand, right? Because it's like two different rhetorics at this point. You're trying to understand. You end up, if you listen to it, you end up hating yourself because you're just like, oh, God doesn't love me. I'm not worth anything to God. What everyone's saying in the world is right because of what this person said, right? And God forbid you take that rhetoric and you put it into heart. You know, it's funny. The crazy part about the whole thing, the same person that would tell you that God is nowhere near you, what you're saying isn't true, and you are not a child of God, as soon as you take that rhetoric and say it is true, that same person will say, you're not strong enough. You can easily be with God, but you gotta, denounce all this evil stuff you're hearing. And I'm like, but I heard it from you. You're the person that's saying it's evil. Hey, but the crazy part is that we never put ourselves, the self-reflection just doesn't happen. We never think that, oh my God, I'm the person that actually put this person in the pit. I'm the person that actually pushed them into thinking these thoughts. I'm the person, if had I not said this, that person wouldn't be thinking that. And we never truly think of ourselves like, am I the person that has the knife? We always look for the killer, but we never look in our own hand, right? And we all, even I told you the story. I was walking down the block and I seen this girl, and I automatically think she had a look on her face, and the first thing I thought was, you bitch, she probably was judging me. And I it's crazy because I was thinking she's judging me, and I'm seeing her judging her, and it was just like, you don't know this woman, Toy. And I had to correct myself. God's structure was just like, you better fix that heart posture, because you know what it feels like for people to look at you and not know everything and then make a decision, right? You know what that feels like. And it was just like, yeah, you're right. Let me not be that bitch, and let me not be that person to an innocent person, I don't know her story. I don't know what she was thinking. She probably was thinking it, she probably wasn't, but it's not my place to figure it out. It's not. The only thing I'm in charge of is not to judge other people and to act with love and act with kindness, right? I may not have the perfect speech in every time I talk. I know how to speak eloquently, and I also know how to speak where I'm from. But does that encase mean that I'm not a child of God? Does that encase mean that I am not a human being the way other people are human beings? There are people that even they equated me to a dog. And it started out as a mean joke, right? And it's almost like the word nigger. Nigger was a word that was used to pretty much make people feel like they're not people, to dehumanize a whole entire body of people. And it got to the point where people took back that word and was just, I'm not going to give you the power. Now I'm going to use it, and I'm going to use it in any kind of way I want to use it. And there's nothing you can do about it, right? Whatever the reasoning as why behind it, right? It is to take the oppression away from the oppressor. I'm not condoning it. I'm not saying that the word nigger is not the best word choice, but I do understand why someone would, right, use it. I understand why. You want to overcome it. You want to overcome the pain or the malice that when people do say that. And it's not something where I'm talking about something that's like, oh, that was 400 years ago. It was only a few years ago I was in Staten Island, and I had a racist and, unfortunate interaction with a different race. And they straight up called my ass the nigger. They straight up was like, oh, everybody should have a nigger in their house. Everybody should have one. It's just like, I love me a nigga. And then when someone said something about it, they threw a butter knife at the sign, and no one did anything. So I can see the reason why people will try to take the power away. And God forbid any person that represents that oppressing body dares try to say it. You are going to be looked at as, well, what do you mean by that? And hopefully that person doesn't look at it as, why can't I say it? It's more like, why do you want to say it? Knowing the backstory behind it. It's not just a word. You know the story behind it, and you know why. You know why, deep down. why you can't say that word. You know the reason why that word has so much pain strung behind it. But we try to use the stones that are thrown at us to make our buildings, to make our mansions, to make our bridges. The same pain we use to overcome and paint a purpose. But the judging act of really just not knowing all the information and just going ham with it. You don't know how many people you can hurt. You don't know how far you can hurt somebody. There was a woman just the other day that committed suicide. She literally was like in journalism, like she does interviews and stuff like that. She was Miss America, like she did a lot, like, and they're saying it's suspected suicide. So if it was suicide, do you really want to be that person that pushes somebody to do that? It stems from some kind of pain. Suicide stems from some form of pain. True peace, you're not thinking you want to kill yourself. Just straight up. But he was saying that it's a term of like wolves in sheep clothing. People announce themselves as sheep, and they're actually like horrible people. And he was saying that real wolves in sheep clothing are people that will, they speak the rhetoric flawlessly. They'll even like be able to have some talent to heal people and stuff like that, but they're the ones that do really heinous things behind, like really heinous things. There is no checking of themselves. There is no checking their heart posture. They will tell you to do it, but they will be the person that steals and molests children and sleeps with a whole bunch of people. They do it strictly for money. Money rules them. And not everyone is like that. Not every church is like this. This is not me talking about the church. This is me talking about random people. But his post was, I'm literally saying what the post read. So you know what? It doesn't even matter, because people that try to nitpick everything that you do and say never liked you in the first place. If someone just automatically I don't like you, or find any kind of reason just to kind of throw you aside, they never liked you in the first place. So it's just like, it's fine. It's water under the bridge at this point, because this is how you always felt. But he had a lot of truth to what he said. Real evil is things that we don't talk about. Those are the things that are hush hush. People make mistakes, understandably, yes. But there are certain things that we put ourselves in. I won't even use, he used the example of the church, but I can easily use this. A person works for a nonprofit and is embezzling all the money that goes into the nonprofit. Person has offshore accounts, houses, all type of stuff. Ain't none of that money going to the damn nonprofit. And in the people's eye, the public eye, he is giving the most phenomenal and heartwarming speeches. He has that one spokesperson that's like a paid actor that's just like, yeah, this organization changed my life, and it has not helped anyone, has not even tried to help anyone, right? It's just a front. Or how many businesses are a front for laundering money? We've heard about this. Families, other business people, mafia, all type of stuff. They'll have businesses and literally launder the money or whatever, however they do it. And it's something that they will use. And it sucks because it's just like, you're not really helping the community. But people see these businesses and they see a mascot or a spokesperson in front of it and they think that they're truly doing some good in the world. But behind closed doors, they're really, really mean. Or we don't have to take it to businesses. We just take it to actually just everyday people. There are people that will talk to you and make it seem like everyone has done the most horrible things to them. They have done nothing wrong ever since birth. Nothing. Everything is everybody else's fault. And behind closed doors, they are tormenting the shit out of the people that they're close to. And if you do not see what's going on, if there was no hidden camera and you couldn't see exactly how they acted or couldn't hear them or what secretly hear them, you would never know. That is a sheep in wolves fucking clothing. People that manipulate, people that lie, people that, things like that. It's not the people that are like, I'm not doing really well right now and it sucks, but this is me. I'm just trying to get better. That's not the person that you demonize. That's the person that's looking for help. But the person that's like acting like they have it all together, but they're really like destroying a whole bunch of people, that's the one that you really got to look at. When people, the one thing that's a big sign, and I've always been like that, and I guess that's INFJ, we study people. And we do it subconsciously. It's not something that I control. It's just like I literally study your character. I study your body language. I study your tone. I study everything to figure out who are you. Because I don't take things as just the mundane. I don't take things as small talk. Like, oh, that person is a great person because they spoke about the news and we talk about sports and it was a good conversation about that. So that person must be a great person. No, I'm checking to see if you got shifty eyes. I'm checking to see if, you have like a one person. That shit takes over time. You just can't make an assessment just then and there. Some people, they can't hide it well and you can see it. But then some people, you really have to, really sit there and be with them, not to denounce them, but you are aware and you just have discernment. Pray about a lot of stuff. Like, God, who is this person? And is this person that's here, is that person supposed to be a good, are they a good person or not? And God will let you know. God will let you know. How many times you pray to God and be like, God, if it's not for me, take it away. And that person do some real dumb dickheaded shit 5 seconds later, a day later. And you're like, damn, really? Really? I remember I asked God to take a relationship away. Literally asked God. Like 15 minutes later, I got a text message of the person breaking up with me. And I cried. And I was just like, you know what? I asked you to take it away. And you're right. Thank you. And I let God do what he had to do. And it's just like I knew I was going through a lot of pain. And I knew my depression was out of control. PTSD out of control over a lot of stuff that happened within the course of that relationship. A lot of stuff got exasperated. And I was still trying to hold on. And God was just like, I'm waiting for you to tell me to let it go. And when I finally did, God was like, with the quickness, God did not wait with me. He was just like, no, you need to let go right now. And I'm dealing with the aftermath of that relationship. It's crazy. To this day, I'm dealing with the aftermath. You'd be surprised how cruel some people can be from one relationship. You'd be surprised who that side chick is or that side dude is. You've seen them obsessed movies. You met the real, that's not the one that you should mess with, and she ruins your whole life. She ruins your whole family life because she wants you and you alone or some shit, or he want you alone, and she'll fuck up everything down to the point where she'll even kill somebody. She put a hit out on somebody. And we're living in a world where people were actually looking at the killer like they were the victim. And you're looking like the actual victim is looking like they're crazy, right? Or like they're just the worst person in the world. And then when everything comes out in the end, that's when the police is just like, we're happy you're safe. And you're like, you don't know what the fuck I went through. Like, you have no idea what the fuck I went through. You just see the aftermath of me standing up for myself at this point, right? But we cannot come to a place where we just automatically look at a book and just be like, oh yeah, person's a horrible person. You don't know that. You don't know that person. You truly don't. We don't know anyone. We fucking half the times we don't even know ourselves. I have to go to God to literally, really, really find out who are you? Who are you at your core? You're sitting there walking around thinking, I have likes and dislikes, and a lot of my likes was adopted from other people I was with. Well, you like that? That means I like it too. And I held on to it. And it was just like, do you truly like that shit? Not really. Well, stop liking it. Stop watching. Stop buying it. Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna go buy something that I actually really like. Since I was like a kid or some shit, you know? Like the lime green fucking segment. But that's critical thinking. It takes critical thinking. People that think objectively, people that think outside the box, people that are, well, do I know the full story with this? Or let me give this person a chance. Or, you know, it's not just, I take your word for it. Don't ever take people's word from it unless it's God, yo. Don't even take my word for it. Pray about what I'm talking about.
Mommy.
Yeah.
I told you to charge my headset. No, it's dead.
Okay, go charge it. I'm in the bathroom.
You're not even
I'm about to use it. Thank you. Go charge it. Main, lying main. Go.
You have to hurry.
Okay. No, you can charge it.
Hurry. Because I'm hungry.
What do you want to eat?
I said nuggies.
Okay.
The big ones.
Okay. The big ones. Okay, I'm on a timer. My son just got off of school, so he's usually like starving. Somebody feed my behind. But I really, really, really can't stress that enough. And how I understood exactly what he said because I was in those shoes. I probably still am. There's probably people that still, well, God didn't give you $1 million, so how are you God's child? Does God have to give you $1 million in order for you to be blessed? What? Okay. I don't know. It's weird. People put expectations on God. That's the wild part. People it's like they're above God. And they dictate what he should give people. Right? You don't know the end game. I don't know what's going to happen a year from now. I don't know what's going to happen a day from now. I have no idea. And I'm literally, sometimes it's really, really scary as hell because you don't know what you're supposed to do. You only know what the assignment for today is. That's it. And it's just like, okay, I'm supposed to do this. And you're sitting there trying to do it and, you know, doing everything you possibly can, but you don't know the end goal. But I didn't know the end goal either when he said he was going to clear my name. I didn't know how long it was going to go. I did not know how he was going to do it. I still don't actually know how he did it. I just know that my shit got cleared. I know that. So you mean to tell me that God doesn't look out for people? You're not his child? He doesn't want to help people that ask for help? I'm not worthy of being helped? Only the people that actually speak with proper church rhetoric and act accordingly that is conducive to the church can only receive those type of blessings? What am I supposed to believe? We gotta think about that, yo. It's like literally playing God. You don't deserve that. This person is supposed to get that, not you. Or, you know, whatever it is. And no one's God. I can't sit there and one thing I don't say is that, well, God don't like that, and you shouldn't do da 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 da. Like, people ask for advice. I'm like, pray about it. Pray about it. I don't know all your situation. You're only telling me what is coming out right then and there, and especially when you're emotional, it comes out sometimes even like a flood. So you're not even like, it's not even organized, right? And it's not even like in a timeline of this happened first, this happened next. When you're going through something, it's like conjumbled almost. You can speak where the person can understand you, but that doesn't mean you know every single detail of what happened, not what you experienced. So I don't know all of the variables. The only thing I can say, pray to God about it. Because God will talk to you. He will tell you exactly what you need to do. And when you pray to God about it, He does it. Sometimes you ain't got to do nothing. You just have to ask. Remember I asked, give me a sign that person's not for me? And that person literally broke up with me literally 15 minutes later through a text message. All I did was ask. And He did that. You mean to tell me God don't work? God not looking out for me? He's not looking out for people? So we got to really think about it. Does money equate to blessings only? Or does peace, having peace of mind, having your name cleared so you can walk peacefully amongst other people like a regular person? It's real scary walking around when people think you're a prostitute or some kind of crack addict or some shit. Like, that's so wild. Or people think, I don't know exactly how much damage she tried to do, but I know, like, she was, like, literally, like, copying, like, a whole of my business. Like, people were thinking, like, the nonprofit I formed wasn't even, like, legit. And I was just like, we have all our paperwork. Why is everyone sitting there trying to bash something that I'm trying to do? And all of that stuff goes out the window, and it's unfortunate. And it sucks because a lot of people, instead of saying, yeah, I said some real fucked up shit, let me at least try to atone or say I'm sorry or something, they'll literally just act like it never happened. That's some gaslighting shit. Like, that's some narcissistic, wild shit. I'm just gonna deny and act like it didn't happen. Like I didn't do some fucked up shit just now. That's some narcissistic shit. How many times have you been gaslighted by a narcissist? And when you actually say you did this to me, they act like they don't know what you're talking about. Or they literally try to change the subject while you're talking. As I said, everyone has a bit of narcissism in them. It's about how you check yourself and how you self-reflect to make sure that you are not fucking an asshole. And some people don't check those things about themselves because it's just easier. It's easier for you not to say, yeah, I was wrong. It's easier for you to not look at what you did or not look at how you are. It's easier for you to point a finger. So instead of pointing the finger at yourself, it's easier for you to look for the killer instead of looking in your own hand. I'm just saying. So it's like, who's the real wolf in sheep's clothing? The person that's actually trying to fix themselves, and even though they are sometimes doing a horrible job at it and they keep falling? Or is it the person that looks like they have everything all together and puts on a pretty good front, but you don't know how the hell they are inside? But they do some real fucked up foul shit to people, but just make sure that no one sees it. I don't know. And this goes to everybody. It's just, I'm not looking to like point fingers at people like you did this. It's like I'm so far away from that at that point that it's just like I just want us to grow as a people. And I think if we all grew as a people, we'll be in a better spot. In all honesty, we'll be in a lot better spot. I don't know. I think our instincts should not be to the bad, but it really should be, it's going to be okay. Or, I don't understand it, but I'm willing to listen, And I think that's just how we were raised, our learning, what we learned. Millennials have a lot of pressure. They have huge pressures on us. That's the reason why planners are like a booming ass business. Yeah, I did the market research on that. I did the market and the competitor and all that good stuff, SWOT analysis and all that. That is like $1 billion fucking market, because the reason why planners they're pushed so much is because we have such, like, almost like a knife with holding by a thread above our freaking heads, and we put it on ourselves because our parents put it on ourselves. It's like the gold star method. If you got if you did good, you got a gold star, and it was like, well, like, yay. And if you didn't, you gotta work harder. You gotta work harder. There was no such thing as, it's okay, you made a mistake. It's okay. It's okay. Take a breath. It's okay. And I think burnout and imposter syndrome is birthed out of this. So now it's just like, if I'm not doing what my peers are doing, then it means I'm a failure. So let me just put all like the billion things that I'm putting on myself, and we put it in a planner so I can well plan these things out. And now we're starting to put in gratitude things, because when you think like that and you fail over and over again, because you're not going to be able to catch everything every single day, imposter syndrome will kick in, and you're going to start thinking that you're not worth shit, and then you're going to burn out. When you have gratitude, it'd be like, well, I'm grateful that I'm this. I'm grateful, and you remind yourself every day, it's not so bad, right? Because like we didn't do everything, but it's not so bad because I'm still this. When it should have always been, I am this as your forefront. And just in case you didn't get everything on your list, it's okay. This hustling mindset, and if you don't check off the box, then you're a failure. You're not a fucking failure, bro. You just had a fucking bad day. That's all it is. You tried, you failed. For that day. Doesn't mean you're going to fail in life. Doesn't mean you're going to fail forever. It just means that you made a mistake today. And sometimes that mistake is not even your fault. Sometimes the shit is just out of your control. It's not even a mistake. It literally is just unfortunate events at that point. Don't be too hard on yourselves. And just, and if you are too hard on yourself, just how Tabitha has said, just in case you're having a bad day, don't you dare mess it up for somebody else. Shoot, and that's preach. That's word. Every time she said, I'd be like, yes, amen, because it's so true. Just because you feel like you have to have this sword over your head doesn't mean that the expectation you project these expectations and high ass, you can't make a mistake perception onto other people. Your life is supposed to look like this if it's blessed. Maybe in your eyes for yourself, but not for everyone else. Sometimes that shit is, I don't have cancer. How many people are sick in the hospital right now that's praying for no cancer? It's like, please be in remission. That's a blessing, bro. They sell their houses. They sell everything, college tuitions, just to save a life. If the blessing was just a mansion and $1 million, then fucking go die with cancer inside your king-size mansion-ass house. Like, die there within 3 months. You're blessed, right? Really think about it. Stop putting your own perceptions of what you're seeing is correct. What you're seeing is supposed to be, that's the correct way of doing life. There's no correct way of doing life, yo. There really isn't. And I don't know. It's like, we are sheep, and we also are wolves in sheep clothing. And we're not fucking careful. It's like, I don't know. Like, I mess up a lot. Trust me, because not for nothing, this is like my first true walk with God. Like, I went to church when I was little, but not as much as how other people did. And it was a huge gap in my life where I knew God existed, but it wasn't like prominent. Praying was not even like the first thing I thought of. Now I pray for everything. I talk to God about everything. I'm annoying when it comes to God, but God is not annoying by my ass. But I don't know. I think we have to get out of this mindset that if that person is not the image of your favorite preacher, then that person, God is not with that person, or you're less than human. Why are we demonizing people? There are people, I see somebody on Instagram. Dude got grills, he got a do-rag on, and he preaching the word, yo. I was like, yo, bro, get it. That's the first thing I thought in my head. Get it. Not, oh my God, what is he doing? He doesn't walk with God. And he's talking some real, like, yo, okay, yeah, I understand that. I get it, and I instantly followed him. Because it's just like, it takes time to really understand a person's, like, who a person is and see their intentions. And that person's not like, you're going to hell if you do this, or they're not making fun of God. There are people out there that be making skits making fun of God straight up, and everybody laughs, but no one says that person, then no one demonizes that person. So why would I demonize someone that's actually bigging up God and like putting out his word? Like, I'm a true dickhead if I did that. I'm sorry. I'll be a true dickhead to say that I love God and then do that to somebody else. So I don't know. We can't. One thing we can't do is put up rhetoric and cast judgment as though we are above God, as though we're playing God. That's something I may curse a lot. I may make a whole bunch of mistakes, but I highly doubt God thinks that I'm some kind of demonized thing and I'm not worth to be loved. I'm not worth being able to walk with. And if you feel that way, then I'm sorry. I really feel bad for you, because he's walking with you too, and he's trying to hold your hand. You're so busy looking at me or looking at others, pointing your finger. You don't even realize that God is right next to you, trying to give you your blessings. We can all win, yo. We can all win, and I want us to all win. I really wish people could just, if you healed certain, like, that one thing, a lot of things will help. And he'd be like, I had to heal a whole lot of things, man, and I'm so much better for it. I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I still got mad. I'm dealing with some shit right now. I'm in my own storm right now. But from the storms I had before, man, wow. We all can win. And some people, they've been beating demons, and they strong and up in here. And they be like, yo, I'm trying to be like you. I'm trying to be like you. And I listen. And every time I fuck up, it'd be like, okay, let me try to, I'm sorry, and I try to reprogram, recondition. You're not going to get it in a day. But one thing I think the one thing that is like an ultimate, like a block from God, is when you automatically judge and throw a person away as though they're like an object. It's like chattel slavery. If you never heard of chattel slavery, just look it up. It's literally look it up. Black people are deemed as objects. We're not humans. Like, it's like the 3/5 rule, some shit. It's like around that type of thing. But really look it up. Existential. Anyway, but yeah, I don't know. Just.